Hi, Libra. This is Jeffrey. This is Red Color, and this is your reading for 2022. How exciting. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. I offer private readings. I also offer IET, which is a healing modality, which will move energy. I have a beautiful, lovely, one-of-a-kind website. It's called Red Color. I make one-of-a-kind scarves and t-shirts and all sorts of other things. Please visit rightcolor.com. I need a jingle. That's what I need. I need a jingle this year. I want a jingle. Find me a jingle writer. I like jingles. I was reading some article somewhere. It's like, oh, jingles don't work anymore. They don't do jingles. I love jingles. Anyway. Yeah, so you know what? Actually, now saying that, part of the message to you for the year is trust your own voice. Like, trust your own voice. You first. You first. Oh, this one said you first. I'm really getting that. Even the ambulance is agreeing with me, if you can hear it. I have this, one of these microphones supposed to cancel sound. I don't know if it does. It sort of does. Okay, so I said all that. Oh yeah, I do weekly readings. I do weekly readings for members. Membership is $2.99 a month. Buy me a cup of coffee. So membership, so far, I'm going to add more. I'm probably going to do some meditation videos, actually, as well as other things. I really want to upgrade. I want to grow. I want my channel to grow in different ways. So in order to get the weekly readings by sign, which are more involved generally than these, it's $2.99 a month. Please become a member and tell your friends. Okay. Now, I'm in a very jovial mood suddenly. So that's a good sign. Jovial. How often do you hear that word? The more you rely on yourself, the happier you're going to be. Really get messages for you. Really get message for you. You usually, I kind of tune in. You're my, I don't know what sign, my 8th, I think. And I usually get like a little mini message before all signs, but I kind of didn't. And it's like, you're the first one that's getting it. Be blessed. Be blessed. Right. Let's get to the reading. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is a very odd opening. Is it really practical to hang on to the heartache? Is it really practical to hang on to the heartache? Okay, so last night before I was falling asleep, I was thinking, it was kind of like, sometimes I just get these like sort of, I don't know, they're kind of downloads. So I don't want to get into all the details of it, but like, I had a really blanked up childhood in a lot of ways. And a lot of people have, I'm not, a lot of people. There comes a point in one's life, in one's journey, in one's, I don't know, I feel like there comes a point where, okay, so there are some people, because they've had like a traumatized childhood, which I think we all have, that either they take it on themselves and they blame themselves, and it's like, it's my fault that mommy and daddy got divorced or whatever. I'm just giving examples, so don't take any of this personally and don't think, oh, well, that's what, that must have been happening with him. Like, you want to try to figure me out, good luck. So you could either like live in that energy of it's my fault for the rest of your life, right? Without even knowing it. Or you can see it for what it is. And I think you're going to see it and say, well, I could do that. Or I could say, yeah, mommy and daddy got divorced. And what a great lesson to learn that love doesn't last forever. Or maybe the lesson to learn is, mommy and daddy getting divorced actually allowed mommy to have a fuller life, and it allowed daddy to have a fuller life too. Maybe they weren't really the match made in heaven. And maybe that's the lesson there. Maybe instead of like, so I have to make a decision as to whether these things that happened or didn't happen, or that I felt in the past, what ends am I going to be on? So am I going to go through the world carrying this giant rock, right, that probably doesn't even belong to me? Or am I going to just drop the rock and use it as an experience and use it as fuel to move forward in my life? Because, I could be very easily be a doom and gloom kind of reader, right? But what would you need me for? You could watch the news. If you want to live in fear, watch the news. Want to live in hope. It's like, what am I putting into my head? What do I want to experience? Am I concentrating on the weeds in the garden, or am I concentrating on the flowers in the garden? And it's a decision. It's a decision that we make. And, and to go from one end to the other is a choice. A choice. That's what it is. So every blessing is a curse. Every curse is a blessing. We live in a dual universe. So how do you see it? How do you want to see it? How do you want to see it? That's the real choice. How do I want to see this? How do I want to experience life? It's a hell of an opening, isn't it? That's my opening. Okay. Okay, so I get two knights. I get action, right? I get one who moves forward. I get one who doesn't move. And in the middle of them, I get the heartache. But the interesting thing about this card is that, in this deck and in many decks, most decks, I would say, the swords, all the swords are dark. Every single sword card you see is dark. Swords are about thought. They're about messages. Swords fly around in the air. So it's about thought. It's about messages. Sometimes it could even be about intuition. Generally, the cups are generally more about intuition because you receive. But swords also, it's like, it's an idea out there it's floating around. And a three, because you have to read also by number. I mean, you don't have to, but I read by numbers. The three is creativity. The three is creativity. So it's like, what am I going to do with this stuff? What am I going to do with all this stuff? Can I make this into something useful for the garden? Or am I just going to sit like that one in Wuthering Heights, she's standing around in her wedding dress for 30 years. Havisham, Mrs. Havisham, Miss Havisham, whatever. I don't remember the name. It's not Haverstraw. I think it's Havisham, something like that. So are you just going to be stuck? Are you going to get on with it? That's the beginning. Because you can manifest whatever you want. You manifest whatever you want. You have the tools. We all have all the tools. Your soul is eternal. So where do you want to live? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to create? What do you want to create in this world? Because you want to create more misery, distrust, da, da, da. You could do that. It's easy. Or maybe there's something, maybe there's a new organization coming through. Maybe there's a new thing to build coming through. Maybe your third eye is opened. Maybe your higher self is coming through and helping you to build a new foundation, a new tradition, something solid that lasts, but definitely something new. Definitely something new and creative and fertile and enthusiastic. All the pages to me are like super enthusiastic. They're almost like naively enthusiastic, which sometimes we need to be. Sometimes we need to be. It's kind of like, you know, sometimes it's like you've never like roller skated or skied or, you know, something like that that you would do when you were a kid. It was like, well, I don't know, it never really came up, and I grew up around snow or la la la. Or I was scared as that kid, and it's like, so you're 65 and you've never gone skiing. You want to go skiing? Go skiing. Get on the sled. Build a snowman. You know, jump in the water. Yeah. Oh, 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 I can't water ski. Just get on the ski. Doesn't matter whether you can. You'll be dragged. So what? It'll be fun. I mean, you know, to a certain extent, until they come to the ramp, that won't be fun. It's good to know when to let go too. This is like, I feel like you can change your destiny here. I feel like you could change your destiny. I feel like you can change your destiny. How's that? Like, do I even, it's almost like, do I really need to even throw another card? Yeah, like, yeah, I can, and I probably will, but where am I living? What am I doing? How can I transform? How can I use the experiences that I've had to my benefit? Because none of us have any experiences for no reason. You never have an experience for no reason. The universe is super efficient. So you know, whatever experience you've had or I've had, you know, good, bad, or indifferent, there's a reason. And it's information. It's a gift. It's all a gift. The whole thing is a gift. And our soul and our oversoul and God and the angels and da, 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 keeps on. It's like, here you go. Here you go. Here's a gift, you know. And sometimes, you know, you get a gift and it's like, I hope there's a receipt because I really want to return this one. Or sometimes it's like you get a gift and there's no receipt and you kind of put it in a crumpled bag. And it's like, I'm throwing this away. I'm just throwing this away. I might even burn it. Or maybe actually I can use it to prop up that, you know, I have that desk and that fourth leg is like a 1/4 inch. Maybe this weird little thing, I could use it to prop up the desk to make it level. Maybe I can use it. Maybe it's useful, right? How can I use, how can I utilize my experiences in order to create what I want and in order to build a new foundation so that I'm in line with my own destiny? How can I do that? But listening, to me, he's the listener. He's the listener above and beyond anything else. I mean, he's a lot of things. He's the diplomat. He's the healer. He's the compassionate one. He listens. He listens. So I'm listening to my heart. What does my heart say? Right. What does my heart say? Do I want to be healed? Or do I want, or am I allowing myself to be stuck and not being healed. Here comes the healer again. This is the time. This is the time on the planet. It's not just, this is the time on the planet. I think so many of us are processing so much information about experiences we've been through, about feelings we felt or haven't felt, right? And I feel like this is the grand opportunity. This is the grand opportunity. It's almost as if the entire world is in the hospital, right? That's weird. And you're walking through the halls of the hospital, and there's like people all over, and this one's got a messed up leg. It's like wartime. And this one's got a messed up leg, and da. But eventually we heal, right? And it's going to take longer. Some people have more things going on in their body than others, right? But the goal is to get out of the goddamn hospital. That's the goal, not to stay there. That's not the goal. No, the goal is to get that leg working well enough so you can walk out, right? And now in hospitals, because everybody gets sick in the hospital, you come in with one thing and you leave with something else. Not even the hospitals get that. It's like, but we put you in for an operation. It took 3 hours and you're out of here at 6 o'clock. It's like, what? It used to be like, oh yeah, you need a week to recover in the hospital. It's like, no, get out. This is before the whole, so that's the goal. That's the goal. So how am I going to get creative about letting go, about how am I going to get creative about cutting out what I'm stuck in so that I can manifest, create a new institution, create a new foundation to change my destiny, to hear myself, and to finally heal. And you have 3 nights. This is about action. Nights are about action. It's not about like, I'm going to read a book on it. This is more than reading the book. This is actually doing the book that you read, right? It's about doing the book. This isn't about, I'm going to read Cliff Notes and pretend. This is not Cliff Notes time. You better know that book backwards and forwards and forwards and backwards, right? Because you're going to score that perfect score on the test. For you, not for the teacher, not for your mother, for you. That's my, sometimes I get readings like this. Sometimes it's just like, sorry, but this is just the way it is. So how can I heal? I'll do whatever it takes. That's my experience. Okay, that's my experience. Because I've been there, and it's like, I'll try this, 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 I'll try it. Yeah, I'll try it. Yeah. Because you know what? I don't want to live like that no more. I don't want to live like that no more. And you know what? I mean, I still have problems, believe me. But I don't live there. I don't live in that place of, I don't live there. When something comes up, it's like, okay, this is how we're going to get through it. And I could have a day in bed, or I can have like an hour or 2 screaming and yelling or crying or whatever. I let it move through me, and it's like, okay, well, that was an experience, and either I won't do that again or I've learned something from it. And then I show up on YouTube spreading hope, not spreading, you know, how effed up everything is. You want me? I can give a reading like that. It's easy. It's really easy, actually. It's really easy. What do you need me for? No. It's like, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah. I don't have enough crazy in my life. I'm gonna turn on more crazy. I feel like you have an enormous opportunity this year to really uh, build something completely new. It's like starting from the ground up. It's like starting from the ground up. And I think it's really emotional. And I think it's a grand opportunity. And I think that if you didn't have the wherewithal and the strength and the curiosity and the et cetera, then this reading wouldn't come through. It just wouldn't have come through. So that's my take. Very powerful. Blessings.